Previously on Buy a House with Sweat Equity.
So guys, are you nervous right now? Tell me about your feeling. You saw the house, now we're sitting here and we're about to buy it.
Excitement, nervous.
Eventually this is gonna close. The day that it closes, you wanna be ready to get your contractors in there, get your demolition done, and get to work renovating this property. All right, how do you feel about all this?
I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah?
We are very excited.
We're submitting an offer today, and you've got to come back next week to find out if they get the property and watch the rest of this magic happen. So guys, Amal's on her way over here now, and I just wanted to let you guys know that it doesn't sound like we got this place. It's like I was telling you before, there's like a ton of competition in this area, and so she's going to give us the details of what exactly happened. I had a quick conversation with her, and
So we need to go and look.
we're going to go look. Yeah, we'll keep looking. Yeah, we'll keep looking.
More? Okay.
We'll get it all set up.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, we can look another one. It's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So what I want to do right now is take some.
Oh my God, guys! Congratulations!
What?
You got the deal!
Hold on.
Yes!
It's amazing.
Sorry for the white lie.
Ken?
Is that what was happening here?
I just didn't want to go out in this winter cold and then start looking for houses again.
I called them and I
I'm
said
just
to
happy.
I'm so glad.
All right, friends, we're going to head over to the house. They won the house. It's freaking amazing. We're going to get this budget figured out and move this process forward. My name's Ken Dunn. I'm a real estate investor, developer, and a national housing advocate. For decades now, thousands and thousands of Canadian families have been stuck in situations that they don't want. They want to own homes. They want a place to call their own and raise their families. And they're struggling trying to put the money together for a down payment. They're struggling trying to keep their credit in good standing, paying for rent, being moved around, and never feeling settled down. Real estate investors have been using strategies for decades where they buy houses with other people's money, they borrow the money to increase the value, and they sell the houses, making incredible profits. I'm going to show these Canadian families how to use the same techniques to buy their dream homes. They're not going to need down payments, they're not going to need credit, because they're going to buy a house with sweat equity. All right, the drive time is a great time just to give you guys some thoughts on, doing this yourself. And you know what? I got a bit for you right now that is really good for any real estate investor. I think where a lot of beginner real estate investors screw up, and I think they make their biggest mistake, and this is actually going to apply to anybody that uses this sweat equity idea to get themselves their own first house. There's a crucial period of time from the day your offer is accepted, which means you're going to be closing the house, and when you actually close, when you get the keys and the deal is done. I suggest that you do a 2-month window, meaning if you're putting your offer in on the 1st of the month, you want to ask that the deal close 2 months later. And that's really the perfect time that you need to actually get everything arranged, because you got to get, now that you have your purchase agreement done, Hassan and Dary are going to be meeting with a mortgage broker to get the first mortgage arranged. Once they get that first mortgage arranged, then we're going to build a lender's package, and we're going to find the private money to close the deal. So we're going to alter the lender's package once we know the budget we need, the money we need to do all the renovations, and we're going to create another lender's package so we can go out, we can borrow the money to do the renovations. And it's going to take some conversations. You're going to have to talk to some people to do this. So all of that together takes time. In addition to that, once we get our budget figured out, we're going to go over to the property right now, and we're actually going to pull out pen and paper, and we're going to figure out what we want to do and what the budget's going to be for that stuff to start the process rolling. But once you get get going, then you want to go back with contractors that are going to do the different parts of the work for you. So all that stuff takes time. I've realized that the perfect amount of time to do all that is 2 months. So when you're putting your initial purchase agreement in on any investment property, do a 2-month minimum closing so you've got the time to do all this stuff. Here we are. All right, come on in. This is your house. Wasn't it nice of them to leave the 1960s curtains? It's all coming down. Let's just take a quick walk around again, just to look at it. See how it's separated the floors down lower?
Yeah.
They used to have, this is called quarter round, right? So these are baseboards.
Yeah.
And then normally what you do is you use like quarter round, the rounded part to hide the gap. I wonder why for some reason they pulled that off of there. Yeah, see in here, they took all the quarter round off as well. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one thing that I haven't decided yet that's interesting is these are really nice old trim around here. And if we had this cleaned up, like sanded down and put a fresh coat of paint on it, I think that would look really nice. Just redone. Same with like the doors. The doors are super old. I'd want to get rid of that, but I'm not convinced we should be ripping all these old doors out of here. It's kind of a bit of a character of the house. And it also, you know what? Nah, we should probably just do it. So here's, I'm looking at all this stuff. What's going through my mind right now is we need to put new windows in the whole place. In order to put new windows in here, we're gonna have to take the trim all off. And we'll do that when we do the demolition, because that just saves money if they can just come and put that in and re-trim it. And if we're taking the trim off here, there's no way that they can take it off to save it. So they're gonna have to rip it off. We're gonna have to rip it off, which means they're gonna put new style trim on. Because you guys are thinking about resale too, right? Like selling this? Yeah. So I think increasing all these to the right heights is gonna add more value.
Definitely.
Rather than keeping it low. But we'll look at that. That's not something guaranteed. Guaranteed is we're gonna rip all this out. Yeah, we're gonna redo this bathroom altogether. It's just awkward the way that it's laid out too.
Yeah.
You know, the toilet is against the door. So we'll take a look at that. We might change it. I'll let you guys come in here and take a look, but there's these stupid little cabinets on the walls, like old-fashioned cabinets.
Yep.
We're gonna have to completely tear this out of here during demolition and rebuild it. Now the kitchen. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This needs a little bit of work.
It's the 1960s. Okay, so one of the things I was thinking for sure is we're gonna put, when we do the demolition, I want to put a few holes in here, and if I had any tools with me now, I would, to find out if we can open this up.
Yeah.
Because it will drastically change the quick kitchen.
Yeah.
If instead of having this door here, we literally have this opened right up.
Yeah.
So that what that'll do instead is it'll give us, so what I would want to do is extend this right to here. So the opening would be this area. And it might not be, might even be better is to make it counter height, so it can be like a breakfast counter where the kids could like sit at the counter and eat breakfast in the morning. But if you think about this, if we close this in all together, we can now put the fridge over here.
Yeah.
And it's going to create more space in the kitchen to move around.
Definitely.
Like this, I know why they're doing this thoroughfare that comes through here. Or the other thing we could do is the other way. Because if you think about it, when somebody comes in the door, they would be coming into this one room, which is where the front closet is, regardless of where they go. And they'd be coming around here, and then to come into the kitchen, it would be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a bit of a revelation for me, understanding that it's probably in our best interest. If we close this door and make it just part of the wall, you'd never know. What you would know is when you come in the front door this way, you just turn this way into here. And somebody who came into the house in the future, there would just be a wall. They wouldn't know. And we would get rid of all this. So there would be cabinets and everything. It would literally create this whole beautiful counter here. Now, here's the other thing that's really neat about that, Darcy. Think about when you guys are entertaining. This is where your dining room table is going to be, in the same room.
Yeah.
But now if you're preparing dinner in the kitchen and you're having people sitting at the dining table, well, you can pass stuff through a serving counter.
Yeah.
If you have a big family dinner, you can have all the food prepared on here for them to serve themselves and stuff. So it's a lot more functional that way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this front window, I don't know if we will replace this right away. It looks newer than some of the really old windows in the center, but this would be a really expensive window to replace. So we might be able to just paint this. It is a 2-paned window, so it's newer than a lot of the other windows that are in here, and I don't know if we will, because the big windows are the most expensive ones when it comes to replacing them, and I don't think the value increase would be there if we just don't do that one.
If you live in this amazing country and you dream about having a house for your family, a home you can call your own, but you haven't been able to do that because you have a hard time building up a down payment, or the banks are telling you they can't help you because of credit, then pay attention. This ad is for you. My name is Ken Dunn, and I'm a real estate investor and a national housing advocate. I have to tell you, there's a housing crisis going on right now, but the governments aren't going to fix it for you. All the governments are worried about is building more apartments, building more rental units. But until we figure out a way to help Canadians right across this country to buy homes with no money, then the crisis is never going to end. But don't worry, I've got the solution. I've been investing in real estate projects for more than 30 years, and I've never used any of my own money to buy the real estate. Here's what happens. I find a place that I want to buy. I look for places that are cheaper than the market, so they're the below value, and I buy the properties with private money, 100%. And then I renovate the properties, increase the value. Then I go to the bank and say, hey, I own this house that's worth $800,000 and I only need a mortgage for $600,000, and they give me the mortgages. And you know what the dirty little secret the banks won't tell you is? If you have equity in the property, they're not going to ask to see your credit. They're not going to ask about your loans. They don't ask about any of that stuff. I want to show you how to do this. I've helped hundreds of Canadian families just like you to buy homes without a down payment. And in this live workshop, I'm going to show you how to go out and find an undervalued house in your community that would make the right home for your family, and it's a fixer-upper. Then I'm going to show you how to buy that property without using any money. You use private investors' funds, and I'll show you how to get them. Then I'm going to show you how to renovate the property using other people's money. And then once it's done, you're going to own a house that's got hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity in it, and you can easily get a bank loan and live happily ever after. It's called Buying a House with Sweat Equity. And if you click on the link, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it.
There's a lot of stuff to do here, isn't there?
Yeah.
All right, let's go look at the basement. All this paneling has to go. So what we're gonna do in demolition is we're ripping all this out. Ripping all the stuff off the walls. We're gonna take this whole wall down. If you come in here, you can see that it's not gonna be any issue to take this down. Oh, wow. So even if we kick this out, let me just show you what I mean by this. Okay, go back out there now. You'll get a feel for, just by looking at that, you can almost see how much bigger the space could be. Oh yeah, look at that.
What just happened?
Like a 1960s speaker system. You can almost better visualize what it could end up being, right? So if we look at, even if we stop the bedroom wall here, I mean, that's still a really large bedroom.
Yeah.
This whole area here could walk into a bathroom. This we can't move. This, actually we can. This is just a heating duct. So we could have a door right here that goes into your closet.
Okay.
And if we go over on the other side, all of this can come out. This can't move. This is why the floor is staying up. That has to stay there, right?
Yeah.
But what we can do is we can take this space and we can put a fridge in here, sunk into the wall. And then right beside it here, we can actually have this wall come back and put cabinets and a little stove right along here. So there's a kitchen in the basement. And that way you literally could have a second apartment if you wanted in the future. Mm-hmm. Like if you decided to move out and turn this into a rental someday.
Yeah.
You got 2 bedrooms upstairs and a full bedroom down, or 1 bedroom down here. And what's beautiful about that, if you did that, you could literally put, so we can get rid of this big old slop bucket. Gosh, that's old. Wow. We could get another wall put in here so that your laundry's available to both of your tenants, which is a big, big benefit. We could easily have a big, beautiful bathroom here. Nice big tub, and then the water goes right here anyway. So it would be very simple to get. We just have a plumber come in here and he could reroute all that. And then on this side, we'd move this completely. That doesn't have to be there. That's easy to move. And then we have the same thing. This could be right beside it, a big walk-in closet. You know, so all your stuff is inside of here. So you've got that whole space for your room out there. And what's great is, like, because of the size of the windows, remember I talked to you before about means of egress that you have to have? Yeah. You've got that inside of there.
Introducing the ultimate in hydrotherapy and premium relaxation. Experience the epitome of artisanship with Canadian hot tubs. Meticulously handcrafted for over 4 decades, Canadian hot tubs are synonymous with comfort, depth, and unwavering durability. You can choose from our range of 4-foot cedar tubs or indulge in the therapeutic embrace of our 5-foot hydrotherapy models. Available in Canada and across the world, Canadian hot tubs bring a touch of luxury to homes worldwide. Craftsmanship that speaks for itself. Visit canhottub.com now.
All right, partners, come on over here. Let's belly up to the bar. We got to sharpen the pencil and figure out how we're going to do this, what this is going to cost. All right, so let's talk about the money. And for everybody that's watching the show, this is on your screen right now. I'm recording this so that you guys can actually see us put together the numbers of what this is going to cost. So we got to talk about the budget. How much it's going to cost us. So let's talk about what we want to do to the property first. So we want to redo the kitchen completely. And that kitchen is it's a complete remodel and adding a wall, right? Adding wall and opening a wall. So all of that's going to be included in it. Let me just delete all that so we can put some numbers to it. So there's a couple of different things that are going to come into what that's going to cost. First of all, the cabinets themselves, the new cabinets are going to be on the walls. We have a company that actually manufactures, that's what they do for a living, and I've bought so many kitchens from them. I know that the cabinets themselves are going to cost us about $3,000 to do the kitchen. To put that wall in, so to close out one of the doors and make it a wall and then open up that other wall, there's some electrical that we're going to have to move there. So we're probably going to be talking, I'm going to say another $3,000 to do that as well. The countertops, we want to use nice white quartz countertops. That's what's really in fashion these days. We'll probably end up paying $2,500 for the countertop. And then the labor to do it. Now, what's really great is I have some really great contacts to get all that stuff installed. And I think the labor will cost us no more than $3,000 to do the whole kitchen. So we're talking 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, $11,500. We'll just put that right in here now. And we'll say kitchen's going to cost $11,500. Let's talk about the windows. I even look at the windows down here. We're going to have to redo all of these. So on the bottom level, we've got 2 windows over there and 3 windows over here. So we got 5 small windows. These are about $500-600 a piece inclusive. And then we have 2 windows in each of the bedrooms. We have the windows on the side, and maybe that big window, I'm kind of torn about whether to do it or not. Mm-hmm. It looks good, but I know that One thing that could hurt your value, if you're ever thinking about the reseller, we got to get the value as high as possible, is if we do leave that front window the same, and we get an appraiser in here, and he sees all these new windows, and he sees the one old one, the way the appraiser's mind works, he says, oh, that's wrong. And now all of a sudden his mind is switched to, what else can I find that's wrong? What else can I find that's going to bring the value down? So for that reason, I think we'll probably end up just doing all the windows. And for all of the windows installed on this place, we're probably talking $20,000 to get that done. We're talking about a bathroom upstairs. Now that's a really small place. Either way, we're gonna rip out the whole bathroom that's there now. We're gonna get a new setup complete, which, new vanity, new toilet, new counters in there, the whole 9 yards, and a new bathtub. I personally hate 1970s bathtubs because they're so short. I like to have a bath, but I can never find one that fits me. So I'd like to get a big deep tub for you guys in there, just do that. Exactly. So that bathroom is gonna cost about $7,500 all in. The other thing where we're gonna save some money is the floors. They're gorgeous, and they're all original floors, and they're in perfect shape. So if we were gonna replace and get really nice hardwood floors up there, you're talking $10,000, $15,000. But because we can salvage those floors and just have them refinished, they're gonna look like brand new. It's only gonna cost us about $3,000 to have them refinished. Okay. So we're gonna save a bit of money there on the floors. We're gonna be talking about $3,000. Now, again, as much as I hate to do it, I really think, upstairs, like we were talking about before, I think we should just rip out all the trim and just do all new. Rip out all the interior doors, get all new doors. Just take it and do it right from the first time. All the doors and the interior trim on that upper floor. So if we think there's 2 bedrooms, there's 2 doors. There's a door to the bathroom, that's 3. They each have closet doors, that's 5. There's a door at the top of the stairs when we come in the side door. We want to keep that because in case you want to rent in the future, that's 6. There's the front door on the house, 7. Side door on the house, 8.
A lot of doors.
There's a door into the front coat closet.
Yeah.
We'll probably get a bigger door for there, maybe some sliding doors, some opening doors to open that up. So we're probably talking 10, but then we come downstairs, we'll want another door to come into this room.
Yeah.
11, we're gonna another door to come into your bedroom. 12, a door for your closet and your bathroom. 13, 14, and maybe a door to the laundry room, so 15 doors. So if we talk about doors and trim, these doors are probably $700 a piece. So you're almost talking $10,000 in doors. And then for all the trim for this place upstairs and down, trim means the baseboards and the quarter round that goes all around, and then all the trim that goes around the doors. And in some of the rooms upstairs, or even down here, we might even do crown molding around because it looks really nice to do that. I think for the doors and the trim and all the finishing, we're gonna be looking at another $15,000. In fact, I would say to be safe, we should probably say $20,000 for installation and everything. These are some of the big expenses. Another big expense is the patio, the front patio. You remember what's out there right now, right? Because we have an amazing videographer running this show, he's showing everybody on TV what's out there right now, but it's this old 1970s relic and this old concrete staircase. What I think we should do is take that all down and put a really nice new composite deck on top of it. Composite never gets old, like it's not wood, so it'll last for a long, long time. And then get some really nice stairs, wide stairs that go right down the front. And then redo all of that. So if we're gonna redo that patio the right way, put a nice modern pergola over the front of it, just to really dress up the front of the house, we're gonna be looking at another $15,000 on the front of the house. We need a new walkway coming up to the house, which will be $5,000. And then we have a problem with the driveway. It needs to be done as well. New pavement in the driveway, and that'll be $20,000 to get done. Now, let's talk about the backyard. The backyard needs a lot of work too. This is where you're gonna have to dig in. This is part of what you guys are gonna have to do yourself. I'm gonna bring I got a big surprise when we close on this place. I have a program called the Syndicate, which is a whole bunch of real estate investors that are watching the show right now. And if anybody from the Syndicate is watching this, go into the chat right now and tell everybody you're in the Syndicate. I've convinced them all to come and help us with the demolition.
Oh, wow.
That's going to save you guys tens of thousands of dollars to do that. Because what we want those guys to help with is all of this getting ripped, get all this stuff, get this old bar ripped out of here, get everything ripped out of here so we can start again properly. But also remember that old shed in the backyard?
Yeah.
We need to get rid of it. We need to clean the backyard right up, and the Syndicate people will help us with all that. So I should be saying on here, demolition, 20,000, but we can scratch that off because of my amazing volunteer friends in the Syndicate. So they're going to come and help us with that, but we definitely are going to have to pay for that driveway. And the last thing is the fence in the backyard. We're going to need a new fence. And that fence is probably going to cost $10,000. Thankfully, somebody out there just put in like that. Part of a new fence. So if we just look at these numbers here, we're talking 11,500 plus 20,000 plus 7,500 plus 3,000 plus 20,000 plus 15,000 plus 5,000 plus 20,000 plus 10,000. That's $112,000 to do that work. That's not including any of the demolition. And there's another big subject. If you were just doing this and contracting everything, the other big expense is painting. Once this is all done, the whole place has to be repainted. Getting painters in here to repaint both floors and do all that is going to be $20,000. We don't want to pay that. So guess what you guys are going to be doing?
We're going to be painting.
You're going to be doing a lot of painting to keep that expense down. But if you think about what sweat equity can do, if we had to do the painting, it'd be another $20,000. If we had to do the demo, another $20,000. And there's other parts of this that we're going to try and do ourselves that is going to save us more money. In the backyard, as an example, I'd like to see you guys build a really nice deck right around the back so that we can have parties. You can have a nice barbecue. The family can be in the backyard, the whole 9 yards. We're going to build that deck ourselves. So that decking material might cost us $2,000 to do that. And then there's another part of this project that we haven't talked about, but I'm still really thinking we should do. If this is the house and we have that driveway beside the house, I'd really like to see us put up a carport, which essentially means we're going to put 4 posts in the ground. We're going to attach to the side of the house, and it's just a slanted roof off the side, so that in the winter time, all the snow doesn't end up on your car, and you can park your car in here and keep the snow off of it. It just makes it easier to live. We also might want to put a new shed right here at the back, so that in the shed we could have a door here, and we could have a door here, and you can put your lawnmower in here, you can put your snow blower in here. And it's good because with a new shed there, I know they have an old one there, but we could literally set this up so that we make the shed go like this, so we keep all our materials in it, and then we have a gate to get back in the backyard here. So that the whole backyard is fenced in so the dogs can run around and the kids can be back there and everything else that we have. But if we do that carport on top of that, a really, really simple carport is going to cost you another $10,000. So that's $122,000. Now the goal will be, this is our draft budget of all the things that we want to do. What we want to really do next, now that we've got this all figured out, is we're going to start calling companies and have them over. So I'll tell you, like when we look at this, the kitchen we're going to do in pieces. So we're going to take care of all of that ourselves. And I've got some contractors, some guys that I work with already that'll come build the kitchen cabinets and install them, that we can get the countertops in. We'll take care of all that stuff. The windows, we want to outsource it. So we're gonna have to go find some window companies that can come and give us a quote to replace all the windows. Bathroom, we'll do the same as the kitchen. We're gonna rip it all out ourselves. We're gonna go buy the stuff to put in there. I'm gonna get my friend over to give us some thoughts on the kitchen and the bathroom too, to make this really good. The floors, we have to get a contractor. So we're definitely, let me go back to the beginning of this. So the contractors that we want to hire out and do all the work is the windows. So hopefully our goal is to get a quote for the windows that's much lower than 20 grand, that we don't want it to be any higher than that. We want somebody to come in and do the floors, and hopefully we can get the floors for less than 3 grand. All the doors and trim, we're gonna go buy that stuff ourselves at Home Depot. And then some of this we're actually going to install ourselves, trying to stay well below that budget. I think we can save ourselves some money there. The front patio, we're going to take the old one down ourselves, but we might hire a contractor to do that for us because there's just a lot of work there. The walkway, I have a contractor, so the walkway is a contractor, and the driveway. And we might hire a carpenter as well to do the carport. And we need to hire somebody to do the fence. So what we're hoping to do is to go get a couple quotes for each of these things, and we're going to do that over the next couple of weeks, meet with our contractors and get the pricing and everything done. And then in these other areas like the kitchen, the bathroom, the door trim, this is where we want to try and save money. So we'll put this into an actual document, a spreadsheet, so we can track it. And then we're going to calculate all of our receipts and expenses so we go through this. And our goal is to see if we can do this a lot less than 122 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions about any of this, guys?
No?
This is looking great.
That looks good.
Is it overwhelming or is it?
No, it's not overwhelming. I think with your help, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do this.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, friends, listen, on the coming shows, we literally put the offer in, and I'm going to tell you, because we wanted to keep this show going and not waste any time at all, we put in a 4-week condition to closing. So we're closing on this property in 4 weeks from now. So what you're going to see in the next couple episodes is I'm going to bring contractors in here with Hassan and Dary. We're going to get our quotes. We're going to get everything arranged. We're going to go visit the kitchen manufacturing company. And remember, like I've told you on every other show, we really want to get this message out to the world. Do me a favor and share our channel onto all your social media pages, and just simply say, if you know anybody that wants to buy a house that doesn't have a down payment, check out this option. Let them know. And I haven't done this in a while, friends, but I want to put some cash on the table. So what I'm going to do for next week, I'm going to do 2 things. I want to run a contest over the next 7 days, and I want you guys to do these couple things. Number 1, I want you to go into the chat and tell me what was your biggest takeaway from today's show. Number 2, I want you to share this onto another social media channel, and I want you to tell me and say, hey, listen, if you're thinking about buying a house but you don't have any money, watch this show. And then I want you to put another comment in the chat and tell me what social media channel you put this in, you shared it on, and your name on that social media channel so we can verify that. Because here's what the winner's gonna get. You're gonna get $500 cash. We're gonna do a random draw next week, and one person is gonna win $500 cash and 2 hours privately with me so that I can develop a plan like this just for you and help you to get your own house. We'll see you next week.